Sup, y'all? It's RJ here with an episode of Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill with RJ. Sips and Chill. Hi. So, it is the last Saturday of Women's Month. Yes, happy Women's Month to all you beautiful women. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latin, whatever it may be. Haitian, South African. All of us beautiful queens, we are worthy of everything we deserve properly. Especially if you have the best heart or a great heart. And today I was like, I wanted to do my Sheros for the last episode of Sips and Chill with RJ this last Saturday of March. Let's get that right. I'm still gonna be here, not that last episode. So I wanted to talk about my Sheros. If I need to define the term Shero for you, it means female hero. I know you are also thinking like, why not just say heroine? What's the fun of just saying heroine? It's fine. It also reminds me of illegal substance, which is why I don't want to really say heroine. But Shero. Just put an H in front of hero and you got a female hero. A Shero. Wonder Woman or something. Spider Woman. Nah. One of my favorite Sheros is my mom. So I want to shout out to my mom. Y'all know Robbie T. My mom has been a rock for me. If for my whole life, my mom has been my rock. God has blessed me with a great mom. I could cry right now because I love my mom so much. And I know there are people who don't get to keep their moms as long. And then I also know there probably aren't great moms, but I'm not here to bash any moms. I'm here to uplift my mom because my mom is like one of my superheroes. She has been my cook. She has been my driver. She has been my baker. She has been my teacher. She has been each and everything in my life. And I am grateful for my mom. My mom has gone through so many trials and tribulations and still is a survivor. She's independent. She has had her own business. Mom moved out of my grandparents' house when she was like 18, got her own house, and like went to school and learned and educated herself. And when she was done being a dental assistant, she became an entrepreneur and she worked her butt off for me, for my little brother. My mom is a queen. She is strong, independent, bold, beautiful, bright, smart, witty, and quick with the comebacks. And I don't feel like I have to live up to anything. She has never put me in that position. She's always said, you have to do you. And I love that about her. One of the other greatest things about my mom, queen number one. I've had several queens who have raised me, who I will shout out: my grandma Mercedes, my great grandma Corley, my aunt Tara, all strong, independent Black women. And I'm grateful that I've had them in my life. Now, are there other people in my life who I'm like, must have a shout out? So I want to shout out Brandy Norwood because she's definitely one of my big Sheros, especially from TV. The show Moesha is one of my all-time favorite shows and sitcoms because she went through a lot of stuff. Even though it was a comedy, Moesha went through something. She lost her mom, and then, you know, when she was like 12 or 13 in the show, then her dad remarried a woman, but she was the woman of the house, you know, and she was taking care of her little brother and her dad, fixing them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and still trying to be her. But then, you know, Dee came around, and played by Sheryl Lee Roth, and then it was like, there's this tussle, and there's a tussle that always happens just about in every show of the first through second season, until they came to a compromise, like, I'm happy you're here. I am happy you're here too, Moesha. You know, the way how she would always address her. So definitely a big Shero. I love that she said, I am a woman of the new millennium. She knew how to speak up for herself. She knew how to stand up for herself because she had her father and her mother, and especially her stepmother, who was played, again, Sheryl Lee Ralph, were like, no, you can always stand up on your own 2 feet. You don't need anyone to complete you. And she also was very sharp and witty and very quick with the comebacks. When someone would say something even remotely sexist, she would be like that. Like someone said, maybe you should sit on my lap, and she said, I wouldn't sit on your lap if you were Santa Claus. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be that quick back with the comeback with the quick back. And I'm like, yeah, Mo. Rewatching these shows as an older Black woman, it's like, wow. Just must do a quick shout out to Auntie Patti LaBelle, Auntie Aretha Franklin, Auntie Dolly Parton, Cousin Whitney Houston, Sister Mariah Carey. There are so many females in singing that I love with all my heart that encourage me with their strength and their voice and their words and their moves and their sass. Another one of my Sheros. I love Wednesday Addams. Wednesday is she's definitely matches my dark personality. Like, Wednesday did not have to please anybody. She did not have to live up to anybody. She wanted to just be her. It doesn't matter if you're looking at Jenna Ortega from the Wednesday show on Netflix, or if you're looking at Christina Ricci, from the original movies from back in the 90s. Wednesday always wanted to just do her thing, and it's a thing to always just be yourself and love yourself, and however you decide to do it, or whether you want to be moody or hate yourself or just hate how life is preserved or the sexism that is in the world. Wednesday definitely was like, reject the status quo, but she also was like, do not look for me to lead you, because the only place I will lead you is off of a bridge. Right. Don't follow me. Exactly. I will do my best to lead you in the right direction. But even Wednesday was like, I'm not even doing that, because again, I will lead you off of a bridge. She was just she's not a vain human being. She's just her own. And I'm like, I appreciate that. Blossom Russo from the show Blossom. Love Blossom Russo from the show Blossom. Very similar situation to Moesha. She was like, she did her own thing. She also was kind of dorky, but she also did her own thing. She also knew how to reject the status quo. She also did not follow men, yet she was the only girl in a house full of men. Her dad being a strict dad, and then her brothers being who they were. One of her brothers, ex-drug addict, ex-drinker, then trying to always, be supportive of him, because knowing how far he had come, and not to be the one that pushes that on him, but the one who was an encouragement. And having a brother who's the popular brother, but also like the silly brother. Very, very strong. So Blossom Russo is like queen. Mayim Bialik, thank you for being Blossom. Just like I want to say thank you, Brandy, for bringing Moesha, because representation matters. This is why little black girls can be Tiana, because they have someone that looks like them. Same way with, for me, Pocahontas is my favorite princess, another Shero, because she stood up and rejected adversity and let somebody know, look, you think the only people who are people are the ones who look and think like you. But if you walk the footstep of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. So Pocahontas is definitely one of my Sheros. Period, plus point, yeah. Shout out to my cousin Shayna. Love her. She has done so much for me and for like my brothers. And she also, one thing I do admire about her is how she has come so far, and like she's still standing, she's still strong. Again, quick with the comeback. She's like, don't come at me sideways. I will, like that. And she's also taught me how to be that strong and resilient as well, because growing up, I'm not someone who's really a slick mouth person or flippant, but when people are that way with you, you kind of want to be that way with them, but then you don't know how. She's taught me how to, be better. So yes, so grateful to have my cousin in my life, and also be like, we have to live life to the fullest. We can't, we have to go and chase our dreams, follow our hearts. Now I'm not gonna lie, we've had disagreements about things, but that is still my cousin, and I know at the end of the day, she will always have my back, and I love and appreciate her for that. So I want to end it with this message. Women of the world, unite, be strong, lift each other up. Do not disencourage each other. Love each other. Pass on positivity in a world that is so willing to put us up against one another. Be strong, be brave, be bold, be beautiful. Love you, create, love the world, be a planeteer, protect the world, protect each other, speak up for each other. We deserve equal rights as much as men do. We bring them into the world. We take care of them. We are strong. We are conquerors. We are individuals, and we are beautiful. RJ out. Mwah.